This is Kyle Juszczyk, and you're listening to Nothing But Niners.
This is Charles Haley. You're listening to Nothing But Niners.
So now they've got to start from deep in their end of the field, and Garrison Hurst takes advantage of it. He takes the handoff, sweeps to his right, gets to the 20. He's in the 30. Needs to cut in. He comes back up the right sideline. Breaks the third tackle. Comes down to the 30. He's down to the 20. He's down to the 10. He's down to the 5. He's into the end zone. Touchdown! Touchdown! 49ers! 96-yard run from scrimmage. Garrison Hurst breaking tackle after tackle. Sweeps down the sideline. Throws off bodies like clothes after a marathon.
Young, back to throw. In trouble, he's going to be sacked. No, gets away. He runs, gets away again, goes to the 40, gets away again, to the 35, cuts back at the 30, to the 20, the 50, the 10. He died. Touchdown, 49ers.
Third down, Alex takes the snap. Alex looking down in post, and it's good. Touchdown! Touchdown, 49ers!
It is second down. Ryan takes the snap, throws the slant to the left side. It's Russell, intercepted! The 49ers pick it, and Navarro Bowman is redemption! Navarro Bowman running it all the way for the touchdown! No greater redemption!
San Francisco 49ers, we can do whatever we want.
Click, boom! What's going on, faithfuls? The Nothing But Niners crew is back, and guys, it is mock draft season. I got my man Tony, NJ Niner fan, 499. The resident GM is in the building. What's going on, big bro? How you doing, man?
What's up, man? I got a night off. First time in a while. I'm ready to talk some 49 football. But I gotta be honest with you. I'm tired of what's going on this social media shit with Deebo, man. It's getting out of control. Where are you going?
We're gonna get to Deebo. We're gonna get to all that stuff, man. But we're gonna start with some positivity first, man. We're not gonna let Deebo rain on our parade. But guys, before we get to anything, and I mean anything, we have to go through these stupid formalities. So let's go ahead and knock that out the park really quick, huh?
No, I laugh.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. All right. Here we go. Boom. Let me just finish this really quick. 3, 2, 1. Got it. Boom. All right. Formalities, guys. This is your first time here on the YouTube page. We want to thank you guys for checking us out. Do us a favor and hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications so you know exactly when we are going live. When we bring you guys impromptu shows, things that aren't scheduled, you're going to want to know where they are, and that's the best way to find them so you don't miss anything. Head on over to YouTube, subscribe, turn on notifications. All right. Give us a thumbs up too, man. Like you are someone who cares about the 49ers enough to be watching our show. That means that YouTube is watching the other shows that you watch. You give us a thumbs up, it's going to recommend our show to other people that watch shows that you watch. So don't put us in the middle of no weirdo stuff, but it's in the middle of all the sports stuff, okay? All right, so that's what the thumbs up is for, all right, guys? Also, we have a couple of other social media platforms. Start with Twitter and Snapchat. Nothing but 9 ERS. That's the number 9. Nothing but 9 ERS on Twitter and Snapchat. We have Facebook, Instagram, and Twitch, and those handles are Nothing But Niners, spelled all the way out. We have an email for you guys. Questions, comments, concerns, suggestions for shows, whatever it may be. Head on over to nb9ers@nothingbutniners.com. We'll get the mail, we'll get the responses, and thank you guys for all that over there. And last but certainly not least, guys, the Patreon. Dun, dun, dun. I posted hour-long episode laying into Deebo, laying into the 49ers, laying into the fans. And Tony, there was no audio. An hour-long show sitting in the car, and the freaking audio didn't record a sound. It didn't.
Why?
It didn't record me. I don't know. It's never happened before. All the shows I post over there at least once a week. And for whatever reason, that episode had no audio. So it was all lost. And now stuff that I was saying is coming out right now. It's starting to happen. So guys, head on over to Patreon. We'll get those issues fixed. Don't worry. But you know, it is what it is, man. It's time for us to talk about some of the news surrounding the 49ers today. Now I said, Tony, that we would not start negative. We have some other positive news that we can go to. But you said you're tired of the negative stuff. Do you want to go with the negative first and get it out the way and switch it up to positive, or do you just want to go ahead and go right to the positive? because I'm okay either way.
Whatever you want. Whatever. Let's get the negative out of the way. Roll positive right into the draft.
Okay. All right. So we got some issues here, man. If you guys can read this here, if not, you have to blow up your screen, go full screen and watch this. Okay. So this is on a Facebook thread. All right. Someone posts something about Deebo, and Adrian, I'm not going to say their last name, says trade him. And then Tyshun's brother, Taekwon Samuel, jumps in and says, don't worry, we asking for a trade. Now, for those of you who don't know, Tyshun Samuel is Deebo's first name, and Taekwon Samuel is his brother's first name and last name, obviously. All right. So his brother said, don't worry, we're asking for a trade. Tony, what the heezies is going on in San Francisco, man?
There's too much. There's too many people involved with this right now. Listen, I understand Deebo wants to get paid. He saw what Tyreek Hill got and his extension once traded to from Kansas City to the Miami Dolphins. But listen, man, I understand you use social media to an extent, but now you have family jumping on social media saying what you're asking for that you have not said nothing about. And where's the agent? The agent should be doing the talking, not the brother, I just don't like it because now it's becoming a full out distraction. I don't like that. Like I understand you want to get paid, right? I want him to get paid. I think every fan wants him to get paid. He deserves to get paid. You take Deebo off this roster last year, they're not in the NFC Championship game. They're nowhere near it. But I will tell you this. The removing of the logo, the removing of the uniform, removing of the name. Now the brother's running, putting his comments in there. And now Deebo just tweeted out damage control tweets. So it's kind of like, all right, stop. Everybody just step back, take a deep breath, let your agent do your shit and do your talking, and let them negotiate this deal, for you. Because, and Mike brought this up. You there?
Yeah, I'm here, but for some reason my camera is acting really weird. I was just trying to get it working. It froze on me. So, all right.
So, shit, I forgot what I was gonna say.
You were saying that Deebo started posting damage control, and for some reason, okay.
Yeah, so the tweet that he just posted, and my brother doesn't know what the hell's going on, blah 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 blah. That's sort of like a cleanup tweet to keep everything calm. And you made a good point about saying something to the fact saying that you feel actions causes reactions. The fan base will support a player, but don't knock the red and gold because then the fans
will turn on you.
Will do what they do. So, they need to make a decision. I think the decision is going to be made probably before day one of the draft. If he's on the roster past this draft, I think he's going to sign an extension to this team and be a 49er. If he's traded before the draft, if it's not before the draft, I don't know. There's rumors with Parag, the way he negotiates deals, he protects the team, which technically you can't be mad at him. It's his job, but sometimes you got to give a little bit. You can't always win every deal. You can't always get, the pat on the back as attaboy, you got another one to your belt. This is a business. This is their livelihood, just like it's your job to make the Yorks the most money and keep the cap in control. But on the flip side of it is you have all these players on top deals, like at least top 8 at their positions, which is a lot of money for some of these guys. And there's only so many people you're going to be able to keep. I can tell you right now with the rate things are going, Bosa's 30 easy. 30 million a year easy. So how many more big name players can you keep on this roster and be able to fill out your 53? Yeah, we have 60 million in cap space next year, but the problem is we only have 20-something guys under contract. You throw a 30 burger in there plus a 25 burger, things aren't looking too good right now. So
the flip side to that is that those numbers aren't going to be pure cap hit numbers, right? The Niners can afford Deebo. They can afford anyone that they need to. That part is not what I'm worried about. You have Adam Schefter come out today and say the Niners are willing to sign Deebo today, tomorrow even, but Deebo's the one holding up the process. So let's start there, and then we'll get to this the pictures that we posted again, right? I think that's smart if you're Deebo. Don't sign until Brown and Metcalf get their deals, or McLaurin, whoever it is that he's waiting for to get out of there. You get what I'm saying? Because the last person signs gets the most money. We've seen it. We remember the David Bakhtiari going back and forth with Trent Williams on social media. It's all in fun jabs, right? Trent Williams beat him by $100,000 or something like that, right? It was just like, all right, he got that. Here you go. You are the highest paid left tackle in history now. You know what I'm saying? We saw it when George Kittle and Travis Kelce did their deal, and they went back and reworked Kelsey's deal. They let Kelsey keep that title for a year, and then George Kittle just recently restructured his, and he's back being the highest paid guy. You know what I'm saying? So that's sparring, right? That's smart of Deebo to not want to sign a deal until those other guys sign their deal. That's
smart. No, my question to you is, what happens if they all have the same agent? What happens if that's all the other game plans of the other players? I'm not signing until Deebo signs. I'm not signing until DK signs. I'm not signing until Terry McLaurin signs. I'm not signing until he signs. This is the problem. This is going to be a major problem. You have 4 potential wide receivers that are all represented by the same agent. By the same agent.
Is that? Are we sure about that?
Yeah.
Well, how about that? Unless he's going to negotiate all the same exact deal, this guy's going to piss off.
That's what I'm saying. This is going to get ugly, and it's going to get ugly fast. Now, you have to ask yourself, right? You're in Deebo's shoes. You want to get paid the most money, right? The Niners potentially could be, an NFC Championship game next year. Potentially. They're definitely a playoff team, I think. But they could go they can make a run again for a Super Bowl. All right. So you're telling me the Niners give you $45 million fully guaranteed, which I'm not saying that's what I'm hearing. I'm not saying that's the report. I'm just saying hypothetically, I'm using this example. $45 million fully guaranteed, but the Jets are willing to go to 50 or 55 million fully guaranteed. You're going to a potential Super Bowl roster to the biggest question mark in your life just to get $10 million guaranteed. Like, I just don't.
That's going to show you. That'll show you where his heart is.
Exactly. But now,
show you where his heart is.
With me saying the agent represents all these guys, you're going to have a logjam right now. Yes, and sir. What are you going to do? Trade all these wide receivers because you can't come to the deals that they want?
Right. So I don't know. I agree with you, man. I agree with you. The thing is, right now, what's going to have to happen is someone's going to budge. Now, I don't follow Schefter, but I did hear about what he went on video and said and did and everything, right? And to me, all right, so in the video that didn't make it to Patreon, I said that the 49ers front office can either fully blow this thing up and make Deebo look really bad by saying, hey, we're doing our part. He's not working with us. Or they can come out and say, guys, we have long-term plans for Deebo. Now, they did that before. All right. John Lynch spoke and said, we have long-term plans for Deebo and Bosa. We are budgeting for both of them in our books, blah, 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 blah. And then all this negative stuff came out. And the Niners, I believe, told Schefter to say what he said today. I truly, truly believe that that's damage control. But for the Niners, make us look good. Hey, we're willing to pay this dude today. He's the one holding out. Now the fans are really trade his ass. As soon as that came out, the fans were get him gone. We don't want him no more. Boom, 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 boom. A lot of them were teetering already. The tide has now formally shifted, and Deebo Samuel is public enemy number 1. You know what I'm saying? That's where we are right now. Now, with that post from Schefter, it also gets people off the back of Jimmy Garoppolo because everyone's saying Jimmy's on this roster. That's why they haven't signed Deebo. They got to get rid of Jimmy. The Niners tell Schefter to say that. Schefter says it, and that means it's not about Jimmy anymore. It's not about the money. it's about Deebo. Now he's under the microscope. Forget the spotlight. Forget the magnifying glass. He's under the microscope. They are looking at every single thing that he does and he says. And so his brother, and for those of you who missed it, I'm going to post it up here again. His brother was on Facebook and he commented under someone's comment who said trade Deebo. And he says here, don't worry, we're asking for a trade. Right? And now it's like, oh my God, what did he do? I can't believe you said that. Right? So Deebo calls his brother and says, yo, my man, like you can't put all our business out there. But see, this is the thing. People in Deebo's circle have been talking for him all along. We talked about the other Instagram post that the owner of that establishment said, if it's not 25 million, don't talk to us. That guy didn't get those numbers out of nowhere. That came from spending an evening talking with Deebo. Deebo said, this is what I'm hoping to get. And that's what the guy posted. And then Deebo puts the eyes underneath that comment, right? So now someone else is talking for Deebo, and they say, nah, you can't go out there and say that, man. Now you got people hating on me. Now people are going crazy, right? So then his brother posts this. Y'all take shit and run with it. I don't know nothing about what my brother doing. And he tries to put the laughing emojis. LOL. Just kidding. Ha ha ha. Psych your mind, your booty shine. Bro, it's too late. It's too late. It's too late. He tries to come out and say, I didn't really mean it like that. I don't know anything that's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's too little, too late. So let's bring my man Wayne in here. Let's see what his thoughts are on all of this. Maybe I'm overreacting. Maybe I'm still looking into it just a little too much. Wayne, what do you think, man?
I think it's about to hit the fan, man. Like I don't think you're overreacting. You know, I think there's some truths and there's some lies to everything that's going on. I think that the 49ers brass, I think someone was told to say, like, I agree with you. I believe something was told to report to make the 49ers look good in this situation. The 49ers want to be the good guys in the situation as need be. Your company always wants to be looked at as if they're always looking to do the right thing. So that's I believe that 100%. I don't think that they were trying to make Deebo look bad, but they were just trying to take the attention off of them because the 49ers got a lot of stuff they got to deal with. And I think right now their main focus, and y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, is the draft, right? But you have to factor in Deebo Samuel because you have 9 days to look for a deal if you're trying to move this guy. Like after that, there's no more trading Deebo, right? And so that's where it gets a little confusing because I'm like, oh, if we can just make it past day one of this draft, Tony and Mike, Deebo will be a 49er in 2022. We got to make it past day one. The thing is, will we make it past day one? Because in that 25th hour, there could be a trade for Deebo Samuel. Now, not only do you got to make it past day one, you just got to make it past like the first, I say 10 picks. Because the only place I see him going to is the New York Football Jets. That's it. They have 4th and 10. They have the 4th and the 10th pick in the draft. Will they be willing to move on, move one of those picks for Deebo? They weren't willing to give that up for Tyreek Hill. I just talked about that with John Chapman on his podcast. So, look, this is a situation. I don't want people being mad at Deebo, though. I'm not telling you what to not do. I don't think this is all on him. I do think he can control it. But at the end of the day, he can't tell his brother, he can tell his brother what not to post, but that doesn't mean he can control his brother on what not to post. And so like Mike said earlier, yo, bro, you got to take that down. They make me look like a bad guy. And he's like, all right, cool. He removed this post, especially that one. That one is removed. The one you just showed, it's not there anymore. So it's crazy what's going on. But isn't this some type of normalcy? Like we kind of see this like every year, just not with the 49ers. You see it around the league. You got to factor in that Deebo's is represented by the same agents as AJ Brown, who just went off on Twitter the other day. And a lot of people saying DK Metcalf saying he wants to be a Seattle Seahawk for life. That's bull crap. So I will say that I can expect this. They're all together in cahoots trying to get the best possible deal for all three of those guys. And the agent is like, yo, man, listen, if you guys could bump up each other's, the guaranteed number, that's cool. Because, I'm going to get more money. And I'll do what I got to do to get you the best contract. So this is all, in my opinion, agency talk, agency stuff, everything like that for Deebo Samuel. So at the end of the day, will he be a Niner? I don't know because I'm nervous about the draft. I am. I'm nervous about the draft. I don't know about you, but I want to draft in the first round. Do you want to draft in the first round, Tony? Do you want to draft in the first round, Mike? I mean, unfortunately, we can't. But wouldn't you like to draft in the first round? Yes? No? How about you guys out there? Would y'all like to draft in the first round? I know I would like to draft in the first round. I'll speak for myself. Unfortunately, the 49ers won't be drafted in the first round for the next 2 seasons. So there's only one way, and it ain't Jimmy Garoppolo.
I mean, yeah. I mean, but this is the thing, right? It would be great for all of us content creators if the Niners had a first round pick.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because all of a sudden now, I mean, there's people out there saying, I'm going to go live during the draft. I don't care about it. Right? Like, because let me be clear here. We have enough ammo to get into the first round, but you're mortgaging your whole draft to get back in the first round. So of course we would love it because that's what as content creators are salivating for. Give us a reason. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I would be pretty excited about the 49ers with Trey Lance and Deebo and Ayuk and Kittle all on the field at the same time, plus whatever weapons they add during the draft. There's going to be fun receivers to get third, fourth round. So, I mean, it would be.
I agree. I agree, Mike. I do. Listen, if this stuff didn't start coming out, like about Deebo Samuel, I'm ready for Deebo, Ayuk, Jennings, who just signed his tender today, and everybody else that's going to be part of this team. I'm ready for it. But you got to factor in what's going on with Deebo. And so I'm only throwing this question out to you saying, wouldn't you like a first round pick? Because if you do, this might be the only way we can get one. If not, we're not drafting those 61. Mike, you said we have the capital. Tony, do we really have the capital to get back in the first round, bro? Like, it's super slim to none, right? Like, we're struggling.
It's close to getting to the bottom of round. I mean, if some team will take it, it's going to be everything this year, and plus something next year, and you're going no higher than 25, 26.
That's not worth it to me.
It's not worth it because the drop off from 25 to the top of second round, you're the same competition. You're in the same level. Exactly. And plus, now you got to talk about the salary cap implications as well.
Because you got to pay higher money boom.
There's more money. There's more slotting. It's a higher slotting.
You do get that fifth round option,
I wouldn't pull the trigger to go in the first round. I wouldn't. I don't see.
How many first round picks do the Jets have? I mean, the Dolphins have?
I don't think any right now.
Oh, no, they got rid of their picks. They traded them. Yeah.
All right. Okay.
The Jets have 2. The Giants have 2. The Jaguars.
Oh, Jaguars?
And don't the Texans?
I thought the Eagles had 2 first. I could be wrong. I don't
Didn't
remember.
they trade?
Eagles have 2.
Oh,
I think the Eagles do have 2.
Okay. That's how disconnected we are from this. Because normally we would be on it. We know the first round draft order and everything.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yo, we don't care because we don't have a pick.
Right. It's like, and we're so far away from it, we're not even paying attention to it. But if you're talking about trading Deebo, the teams with 2 first round picks, you might get a first this year and a first next year, or a first and a second for Deebo. And you got to look at the teams that have that have 2 first round picks in order to find it. Now, here's the interesting thing. I went back. Tony said that, they're posting damage control. I went back and I looked at Deebo's Instagram. I looked at his Twitter. It's silent except for one thing he posted today. It was Denzel Ward's record-breaking contract, right?
By the same agent.
By the same agent. He gets the top dollar. So that was Deebo's way of saying, hey, y'all know what I'm looking for. He didn't say, I didn't request a trade. He didn't say, so now y'all going to say my brother's my agent? Or y'all going to let my brother speak for me? He didn't do any of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, and this is what happens. Every time they post something that can be taken negatively about the Niners, they walk it back. You know what I'm saying? I was on the show with 49ers Hive just 2 days ago, and that's exactly what we were talking about. Zach said, he can tweet out, Kyle and John have done an amazing job with me, and I can't wait to see what the future holds for us. And then people be like, oh, okay, cool. That's what's up. And be like, guys, relax. Everything I say isn't about the 49ers. I know more than just one pair of Kyle and John. I was talking about my buddies from high school. You get what I'm saying? Like, he walks stuff back like that after he posts something that people take as a shot at the Niners or about the Niners. And so it's kind of weird to see it play out this way. Now we have a super chat here from Sean. I'm going to read this really quick. He says, "Don't get me wrong. Deebo Samuel is a great player. Great. What are we seeing? I'm sorry. What we are seeing now reminds me of R. Sanders, who Deebo looked up to. R. Sanders. What wide receiver?
He's thinking of he must be saying Emmanuel Sanders.
No.
All right.
Oh, could be.
E and R are next to each other on the keyboard, so maybe. I have never soured on a player this quickly. Deebo's actions not joining Trey says even more." I want to get your guys' thoughts on this because
that's a red flag to me.
But this is what I've been saying. Now, Wayne, you and I talked about this last time.
So you're saying him not joining Trey is a red flag?
I think it is.
I don't.
Let's talk about it. Now,
I totally disagree.
I think it is for one reason. You have the whole wide receiver core working out with Trey Lance right now. And the way, listen, there's two ways you're going to go about it. Listen, right now I'm training in Florida. I have my routine here, but maybe I'll try to get out there at some point and work with him. You say something like that, I'm good with it. But to sit there and say, I don't train in Florida. I don't train in California. I'm in Florida.
He doesn't train in Los Angeles. So let's clarify that because that's where he doesn't train.
Los Angeles is in California.
It's two different things.
No, but he said Cali.
He said California.
I ain't going to Cali.
Well, we know he doesn't train in Los Angeles because he doesn't like Los Angeles. So we know that for a fact. So if we stop for a second, because Tony, I get where you're going and I like it. But if we stop for a second and we retract with Deebo, he doesn't like LA. There's nothing about LA he likes other than the movie Friday and probably Deebo Samuel. I mean Deebo. That's it. But he doesn't like LA, and so that's why he's not in LA. Didn't he meet up with Trey Lance in San Jose just the other day to work out with him?
No, that's an old photo because if you look at the header,
no, I'm just asking. Yeah,
he's still in the Niner uniform is his Avi.
But you're saying it's an old photo. So when did they meet up? Because this is Trey Lance time. Like so how old is it?
I don't know. I'm not trying to do the investigation on social media.
Yeah,
I'm
but
just
he
saying,
didn't train with
I
Trey
don't like
Lance
how he answered the question. If I'm a fan and I spend money to watch this team, I put time away from my kids to watch these games, and you have a guy flat out say I'm not going to Cal. I train in Florida, Miami. I'm not training in California. I thought he said California.
He probably did.
I don't know if he said LA.
No, he did. He did. He said, I ain't going to Cali. And that was
he goes, I don't train in California. And just like the arrogance, like you have an opportunity to build a rapport with a new quarterback and to take this offense to the next level with a young, talented quarterback who can make throws that Jimmy did not do. And this is coming from a person who flat out said, I'm not looking to carry the ball every play. So that tells me you want to be more of a wide receiver. You don't want to run inside the tackles. You want to be a wide receiver. So how you become a wide receiver is you work with that quarterback. You don't sit there and say, I'm not going to California. I don't like that response. Now, if he said it in a more professional way, like, listen, I got my routine here. After it, if I could squeeze out a week and go hook up with them, I'll try my best. I'll do that. But the way he just shut the door on it and said, I'm not going to California.
Did we hear him say this? Because I didn't hear him say it. Okay, so can you play it? I'm not saying he didn't say it. I read it. I didn't hear him say it, is what I said.
What podcast was that, Mike? Was that on podcast?
I'm pulling it up right now. It's Matt Mayoko's podcast. I'm pulling it up right now.
I personally just don't care. Like that's just me. Like as long as he's training and he didn't train with anybody last year and he had a tremendous season. So at the end of the day, that's what I'm looking for. Him to go out there, get himself right, get himself mentally right, get himself financially right. And that could be a big reason why he's not out there either.
Oh,
he's home.
That makes sense. I agree with that.
He's at home where he likes to live. That's where he bought his crib in Miami. Go ahead, Mike.
Working out in California. In fact, let's listen to what he had to say. It sounded a little bit suspicious.
I'm trying to get him to come down to Miami as well.
Is he telling you, no, you come where I am?
He's just back and forth right now, but I ain't training no California.
Why is that?
That's just not where I'll train at.
That's like
I ain't
so that's arrogance. That's fine. That's how you if that's how you guys classify arrogance. I tell you what, I guess I'm an arrogant motherfucker then, because there's a bunch of places I won't go play because I don't like the places. I don't like the venues. That makes me arrogant, or does that make me just feel like I don't want to play in the place because I don't like the venue?
The San Francisco 49ers play in California. You go to California all the time.
I think it's more of the LA thing though, bro.
That's not what he said though.
It doesn't matter what he said because he asked him about California. He asked him about Cali. It's not like he asked him about LA. I'm reading, you guys read in between the lines, so I'm going to read a little bit more in between the lines. We know for a fact Deebo doesn't like LA. He's come out and said that. He talks really negative about LA. Other than Friday, that's it. I'm thinking it's more to that extent. But like I said, if you guys are interpreting as arrogance, I can agree with it. That's fine. Maybe I'm arrogant too, so I don't see it as being arrogant. Because I know for a fact, I don't care if people try to pay me to go play somewhere. If I think the spot is not a good spot, I'm not going to jeopardize. I don't care about the money. I don't care about the situation. So, like, maybe he feels that way. We don't know. They didn't ask him that. They kind of just left it at that. Like, you know what I mean? So, I get where you're coming from. He should be out there with Trey Lance, and maybe at some point he will. How about we pay Deebo Samuel, and then probably he'll be out there.
Well, the new rumor is the Niners want to get a deal done, and it's Deebo putting a stop to it.
I hear you, man.
You're in a stalemate now.
But that's a rumor, and we just talked about that. The Niners are probably trying to save face. They're trying to look like the good guy. So hey,
they
Adam,
looked like the good guys before this report.
Did they really?
Yes. I told you, John Lynch said weeks ago.
He did say it at the meeting. He said it at the meeting. Kyle Shanahan said at the meeting too that we need to keep these guys. He said it. Said at the meeting. He said we need to find a way to make sure Deebo is here and Nick Bosa. That's what he said.
Mm-hmm.
So the coach and that. So if they're saying that, then and so now we don't know what those numbers are though, Tony or Mike. So
no, we don't.
And so that can be an issue.
It's not though, because find one player that the 49ers have value in that they haven't played, that they haven't paid. And I'm talking about top dollar.
Yeah, but Mike, we still don't know the numbers. We were guesstimating George Kittle, right? And don't act like we didn't have this conversation because you didn't want to pay Kittle. But you came up with a 5-year guesstimation, and guess what the 49ers ended up paying them? Close to which? No, close.
They paid him way more.
More.
My average was $12 million a year. They paid him $15.
They paid $15 million a year. I said the $15 million a year. My bad.
Right.
But my point is, they will overpay for somebody they want. We don't know. We don't know what they're willing to overpay Deebo for because the market is totally different for these wide receivers right now. The market is insane, bro. It's ridiculous. It's not like George Kittle's market, Mike. It's not like Fred Warner's market. Mike, there was one tight end that was going to get paid, and he ended up getting paid more than George Kittle.
Bro, who you saying the mark? I'm confused by your statement. Can you say it a different way?
You confused about
what you're saying about the market for?
I'll talk about as far as the market for the position. So, like what we did for George Kittle, the 49ers were willing to go out and make him the highest paid tight end. We're talking about making Deebo Samuel not the highest paid wide receiver, but if that's what he's looking to be paid, the market is demanding that he gets kind of like a top echelon of money. And we don't know if that's what the 49ers want to pay a guy like Deebo Samuel yet on a 1 year where he only proved he can be consistent for 1 year. And so maybe they're not looking to pay him top echelon money.
All right, here's my counter, and I'm going to stick with the George Kittle sample that you just gave us. George Kittle missed just as much time, if not more, than Deebo. And they paid him 50% more than the next closest tight end.
Mm-hmm.
They're not giving Deebo $45 million, which would be 50% more a year than the $30 million that Tyreek Hill got. You know what I'm saying? Tyreek Hill's average is $30 million a year.
Right.
50% more than that would be $45 million a year. Deebo is asking for 25. He's asking for less than that.
We don't know that. When did Deebo come out and say I want $25 million a year? You got that clip? I would love to hear that clip because I just heard Tony say that some dude at a restaurant, you said he was sitting in Deebo's circle, and that's the number that they're asking. That doesn't mean that's what Deebo wants. You got to factor in so many things, bro. It's like
you're picking and choosing when to read between the lines.
I'm not picking and choosing to read in between the lines.
Just 3 minutes ago, you were saying he meant to say L.A., not California. So when we say he literally said California, you said focus on this city because that's probably what he meant. Now we're saying that the guy that he was just hanging out with all night said.
I didn't say he meant to say L.A. I thought he said L.A. I said that they asked him about Cali. I'm saying he probably should have said I don't like L.A. opposed to not answering the question. But Matt Mayoko didn't ask him about L.A. He asked him about California. Then you guys said, oh, well, he plays in California. And I'm like, yeah, you got a point there. He does play in Cali. But it's probably L.A. is what he's talking about. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if he meant to say that, but he answered the question.
Right. That was my point, is that you were choosing to read between the lines right there. He probably meant to say or should have said L.A. instead of saying all of Cali.
But how am I choosing to read between the lines if I don't know the numbers of what Deebo was asking for? You want me to take what he's saying, what we think he said to some guy?
Yes.
Or, okay, fine. I'll take it. If that's what you tell me to do, I'll do it.
Right. So if we're going to sit here and try to interpret everything, that's what we're left with. Everything that we're left with is an interpretation of something that we heard, something that we read, something that we saw that
no doubt
has some way, shape, or form commented on.
The difference between the other situation and this situation is I asked you to play for me what he said. So that made me fall back because I thought he said LA. So you clarified that. There's no playing in this. These words didn't come out of his mouth. The words came out of his mouth in that clip you just played. So that makes the interpretation a lot more concrete. You feel me? Whereas you're telling me to read between the lines on this, but it's not concrete. There's nothing concrete for me to believe. So I can pick and choose if I choose, if that's what you're saying I'm doing. But at the end of the day, we don't know what the numbers are. We're hoping that the numbers are $25 million a year and $75 million guaranteed, right?
Yeah. 75 million over 5 years guaranteed.
So
I
three year, 75 mil guaranteed, 2 year out deal or something like that, where they ain't got to pay no guarantee money. That's typically a 49ers contract, right?
Well, if he's going to get 75 guaranteed, then
he'll get it the first 3 years.
Out would be in the fourth year.
Right. But I'm just saying.
Yeah. So I think it's going to be something that we're going to have to, unfortunately, we're not going to be able to get around this topic. It's not going to be a topic that's going to end until it literally ends.
It ends, yeah. but it can only end in two ways, right? Trade or extension.
Yeah. He's here or he's not. That's it. So we're just going to have to keep talking about it and looking, going through the tea leaves. You know what I'm saying? Like
this is crazy.
That's what it's going to come down to. But there is some positive news on the 49ers front, guys. The Niners went out and signed some guys that I, for one, think they should have signed a while ago. But
but it wasn't the Niners, right? It was the players. They had to sign the tender.
Very true. Very true. Now here's the details here from Matt Mayoko. The 49ers announced offensive lineman Daniel Brunskill and wide receiver Jawan Jennings have signed their 1-year tendered contracts. And then Matt Mayoko also adds a little nugget here. Normally I don't do this. I don't usually post the second part, but I thought this was something very interesting here. The return of Daniel Brunskill gives the 49ers some flexibility in case veteran center Alex Mack does not return for another season. So earlier today also, a report came out saying that Alex Mack is still undecided on whether or not he's going to return this season. I can't say that forced the Niners to sign Brunskill because they issued the tender way before this came out. They just signed the tender.
Right.
Today, or announced the signing of the tenders today. What do you guys think? Let's talk about it all. Them signing the tenders, big deal, no big deal. And do you guys have any concern about Alex Mack returning or not now?
I'm a little bit worried about the Mack thing. Joe Staley Part 2 situation. As far as the tenders, I don't know what they tendered Jennings at. I know they tendered Brunskill for first refusal. Obviously, there was no interest in him, so there was no offer for them to refuse, so they just signed him. I read somewhere that they were trying to work on a little bit of a longer deal, a multi-year deal for Jennings, but obviously they didn't come to an agreement for that. But at least they are back. They were coming back no matter what because they had full control over them. So, yeah, I am a little concerned about the center position with this team because I don't know how I feel if they're going to go into this season with Brunskill and Brunskill only.
Well, they still have Jake Brendel.
Yeah, but depending on Brunskill to try to take the lead at the position, or at least pencil him in ahead of Brendel. But I just can't see Kyle turning the reins over to a rookie. I know we have Brendel. I think Brendel is a true center who might have a slight edge on Brunskill because he's played the position his whole career. But I mean, you got a guy out there by the name of JC Treader just sitting there. And if Mac is not coming back, they need to pick up that phone and bring this guy in because it's a similar style of center, high IQ, played in a similar system under Stefanski in Cleveland. So the experience is there. It's a situation that they should look at. I heard there was a report about he had a lingering issue with a knee injury or something potentially. But the downside of it is 2 weeks ago, he had at one of the meetings, I think in Florida, he's over there talking about how, because he's the head of the players union, JC Treader, so he's over there talking about how he wants more fully guaranteed deals. Now, with that being said, I don't know if the Niners want to get into negotiations with this type of mindset for a fully guaranteed deal. So, maybe they have something lined up. Maybe, they're about to announce their plan. They're about to announce what's his name potentially retiring. I'm not saying I'm reporting that or I know it, but he was supposed to report today and get a bonus. And I was trying to find out today. I seen nothing about him reporting. That's a little concerning.
Speaking of that, before we get Wayne's thoughts on the tenders being signed. So Alex Mack, if he does retire, the Niners get $6 million in cap relief. It says that his cap hit is 6.725. So that would go a long way. The other thing is you're talking about someone else not reporting. They did confirm that Jimmy Garoppolo is not there, so his bonus money also goes back into the kitty. Is that correct?
Yeah, but it's only it's what, $600K, I think.
Right. It's only $600K. Yeah. So
Jimmy $600K and plus whatever Mac is if he doesn't come. So
I'm trying to see his workout bonus and all that stuff, but I can't. Oh, Alex Mack's workout bonus is only $100,000.
Yeah.
So you're up to $700K. So
I don't think he'll be there at these voluntary things. I don't think he needs to be.
Alex Mack.
Yeah.
Well, that's why it was such a low number. They knew he wasn't going to go.
But all right. So let me ask this question: shouldn't your starting center, if he's supposed to be there, shouldn't he be there at these voluntary joints working out with Trey Lance? We have that same stance since you said the wide receiver should be there, right?
Absolutely. I think if you're going to be the guy handing him the ball, get your ass there and work on that what do they call it? The transition. I
don't know. He just need to be able to hike the damn ball right to this quarterback like that. Like Alex Mack needs to be there. So maybe he's not. Maybe they're going to be moving on. To piggyback off what Tony said though, I think Jake Brendel might be fine. Depending on how he's recovering. He had an injury too. So these guys are coming back from injuries. You know what I'm saying? So I think Jake Brendel might be straight. But Daniel Brunskill and Jake Brendel are probably going to be battling out for the center, and they might look to draft a prospect now, like a Cam Jurgens or a Cole Strange or a Dylan Palm, or if you're going to go all natural center, Donovan West, which I don't really like for this team, but a lot of people do. But there's so many, it just sucks that we all thought we were moving on from drafting a center so early to drafting a guy they can develop a little bit later on down in the draft. Maybe that's still their game plan. I don't know. But they're going to look to draft a guy. Like it's just what it is. And then if I'm the 49ers, why not get the best guy, even if he doesn't start week 1, which he should. If he's I'm not saying second round picks should start, but if he, I mean, I do feel that way. But even if he's not ready to go, you gotta get the best available option out there, because then you don't want to be in a situation next season, and then at least you'll have a guy for 4 years.
The cool thing about these tenders, and I'm going to give it back to you after this, Wayne, to talk about the signing of the tenders for Jennings and Brunskill, is that none of this changes your draft board. Okay. These guys don't move the needle enough to say, all right, we're good now. We don't have to worry about this position if you were previously worried about that position. However, this Deebo thing does that can bump wide receiver up the board a lot more if he's not going to be here. You know what I'm saying? If he may hold out, you know what I'm saying? You don't know what's going to happen. This could affect the 49ers draft board, which is kind of what Callie is saying here in this contribution. Thank you very much for the super chat. He says, if Deebo gets paid, Ayuk won't be a 49er past his rookie deal. These picks are panning out big time, and they can't pay everyone top money at their spots. Now, the good thing is, oh, go ahead, Tony.
No, you're good.
I was just going to say the good thing is, if Ayuk were to get some kind of extension, unless he goes crazy this year, which a lot of people expect him to do, he's not going to get top dollar at his position. He hasn't done enough. So that's the only silver lining in trying to extend someone like Ayuk, is that although he was a first-round pick, his numbers aren't better than the second-round pick wide receiver that we're talking about in Deebo.
And they also have time. So Ayuk is not even in the thought. Yeah. So Ayuk out there training is because he wants to be better, so he can get this. He can be in this situation.
And they
guys, don't make it one thing that it's always about the team. Everybody says, "Oh, I like the play." Somebody just sent me something. They want a guy like Cooper Kupp who's always about the team. Like guys play to get paid, man. They work hard. They're on their rookie contract, right? They defy all the odds for guys that get drafted not in the first round. Remember, second round picks, third round picks, fourth round picks. Them guys are frowned upon. Like they're not the top echelon of the players on their team, but they work harder to be that guy, to be the guy to be seen, to be the guy that's going to go out there and get paid. So Brandon Ayuk, unfortunately, I mean, he's on his he's in his third year. He has to go this year. He has to play all next year. And guess what the 49ers can do with him? Yes, sir, Mike. They can fifth-year option him.
Exactly.
Go ahead, Tony. I know you had something to say, and I hope you didn't forget.
No, and that's something we've been saying on the show. I mean, I know I haven't been on in a while because of work, but that's something we've been saying on the show for a long time on how this regime is developing their draft picks. Previously, the Niners, I can't even remember the last time they extended their own draft pick from the older regimes, whether it was under Balky, Terry Donahue, Carmen Policy.
Jimmy Ward, Eric Armstead,
Jaquaski. Technically, they were both developed with this staff, with this regime, right? Because Armstead was teetering. They weren't sure once Kyle came over where they were playing him, what he was going to be like, because he was injured the season before, if I remember.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I was just naming people they've extended from the previous regimes. That's all.
No, I'm just saying, like, people.
But you're saying because they developed him, though. So
these guys weren't developing. These draft picks were not developing.
That's crazy, Tony.
Their homegrown talent, and it's catching up to them. And that's why this could be a scenario where the 49ers might not have it. I'm not saying I want this, but they might not have an option other than to move on from Deebo.
Yeah.
If he's looking for 50, 60, 70 million fully guaranteed, and he wants 30 million average year salary, the Niners can't do that and sign Bosa and retain the nucleus of this roster. That's insane. You're talking like, I understand like the way they structure it with bonuses and this. It can be done, but there's only so many. There's only so many you could store on a roster that is top 7 paid at their position and keep it going. Because in order to keep that, you're going to have to chintz out in other spots.
But the 49ers, Tony, are good at acquiring comp picks, which They be late and you ain't got to pay them a lot of money. They're good at
Correct.
requiring these tendered picks. You ain't got to pay them no money. And
Correct.
these players go out there and ball out like an Aziz Al-Shaair, who has not signed his tender yet. Come on, Al-Shaair. What are you waiting on? Doesn't he have a second round tender too, by the way? Yeah. So,
but that's last part of what you said is the most important.
Whatever.
Yeah, that's cool that they're acquiring them, but those guys are coming in and playing their asses off. The
Yeah,
guys
and they're going
getting
to have
these
to be
rounds.
paid. That's the issue.
Yeah.
You could keep them controlled salary for 2, maybe 3 years.
But
if
Tony,
they're
maybe
like,
that's their MO, bro. Maybe that's their MO. They'll find players that they can find ways to control. Look at what they're doing, Tony. Think about what you just said. Because on a typical team, no. You shouldn't, after the 7th guy like that, like you should be in salary cap purgatory year 3. Like you should be hitting that cap real hard because you got to pay these guys off. And the 49ers do a lot of backloading, right? Like a lot of it's tough, right? I would think Eric Armstead might get in. I don't know. This is going to be crazy.
They can't touch Eric Armstead's contract. They
just restructured it.
But the issue is, what I got to go and try to find out is, being that they restructured it, did they lose the opt out?
I think so, because if you look at the contract on the years he's not here, god dang, he getting paid.
and again, it brings you right back
about Eric Armstead.
Yeah.
It brings you right back to square one. They had to restructure them to get under the salary cap.
They had to restructure them to get under the cap.
Because
so you look at
someone's still on the roster, and that's what pissed me off.
I understand. It's a tough job. Thank God we're not doing it. Right? Like that, that's how I look at it. But it's tough because it's something that we have to talk about, because the question is, how do we continue to contend if we don't have the supplemental pieces? We got all these prime pieces.
This joint is crazy.
I told you, Mike.
I'm looking at his contract, and all right. So according to Spot Rack, and by definition, the out is 2023, but it's not a real out. All right. So the out is when your cap hit is less than. I'm sorry, when the dead cap hit is less than your cap hit. So technically it's 2023, but that's not reality.
No,
it's really 2024, 2025. So in this year, his dead cap hit is $29.5 million. But while he's on the roster, his cap hit is only 9.5.
Because they restructured.
That's great. That's because of the restructure, right? But then in 2023, his dead cap hit is 21.9. So let's just call it 22 for shits and giggles. But his cap hit is 24.3.
You see what I'm saying?
Because of that little $3 million difference right there, they're calling that the out year. But 21 million cap hit for a defensive tackle is not an out year. I'm sorry. It's not. But
it's that number because of what they did was they shifted the money from this year to next year. And that's why everyone, they could just restructure. No, you can't, because you're in situations like this.
Well, I don't know if you can't, because we said the same thing about D Ford, and they restructured him this offseason also.
Twice.
D Ford had this.
But what they're doing with his restructuring is D Ford is on the last year. 1, 2.
He ain't no more. This is the last year of his contract, but he's getting paid till next year.
Yeah, but if you see what they're doing, they're adding years on to spread his money out. So let's just say hypothetically,
so it'd be dead cap money.
Let's just say his number was 10 million this year, right? So what 11. They did was they added 2 more years. They took it from 5 million. They took it from 10, lowered it to 5, and then they put 2.5.
Right.
Let's just say those aren't the exact numbers, but that's what they did. And 2.5 is very feasible versus 24 million.
All of his dead caps aren't bad, if we're being completely honest. So this year it's 14.5 as opposed to a cap hit of just under 7 million. But next year it goes down to 8.5 versus his cap hit of only 5.8 million. And then the year after that it's 2 million for dead cap, and it's less than $1 million is a cap hit. So these are the phantom years of the contract there. 23, 24, 25, and 26 are all phantom years. They basically said, let's get this over with this year right now, and then we're done.
Exactly.
Yeah. So he's had a couple of injury settlements over and over and over and over. So I'm just saying it's not impossible to do something with Armstead again if they wanted to, but it's not likely. It's not likely.
It's just not smart to just keep pushing money. It's not the best. That's how you get in trouble, because you're going to get to the point where you push this much down on him, and now what his originally again, I'm just shooting numbers to make a point. He was at $10 million, but because you push 2 years worth of salary down, his number goes from 10 to 20.
Yeah, but doesn't the cap go up? So as the cap goes up, you get more money, and then you can allocate it out. So I think they're thinking in that sense a little bit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
From now,
they're playing the percentage of the cap game.
Yes.
2 years from now, he's able to negotiate. Trey Lance is able to start negotiating a new contract. Now, what number you think that's going to be?
It depends on his play.
Well, obviously, yeah, but if he plays,
okay,
what number you think that's with?
It's going to be high, Tony, but we have to cross that bridge when we get there, brother. You know what I'm saying? Like at this, like I'm all about preparing for the future, and I think the 49ers are doing what they got to do now for the present to prepare for the future as well. I think they're finding ways to still be able to walk away. So when Eric Armstead is out, if they don't choose to extend him, right, for some years and work that money a little bit differently to make him a 49er for life, let's say they give him one more contract, you can retire a Niner, which is a possibility, right? It'll all work itself out. Like, I get where you're coming from all the time because it makes all the sense in the world. I just feel like the 49ers got to play the numbers and letters game. And when I say numbers, it's by working these numbers to fit them under the cap, to do what they got to do to make it work. And then the letters is the language in the contracts on how they can get out of the contract. And the 49ers always work it so that it works in their favor. Like, they've never failed us yet, other than the fact that we're paying Weston Richburg still and a couple of players dead cap money. They haven't really failed us. Parag hasn't really failed us in that category. So until he does, I'm just gonna let him ride. I'm just gonna let him ride. Does it make sense not to do what he's doing? Nope. But I gotta let him ride.
The last thing I want to say here about Eric Armstead in particular, another extension is possible.
I'm trying to tell you.
He's only 28 years old. Defensive tackles play to their 34, 35 years old.
I think the 49ers did this because they feel like he might be a Niner for life.
Yeah,
because I was hoping, Tony, they would have did this with Jimmy Ward too. Like,
pull up George Kittle's numbers, Mike.
Oh God, no, don't put up George Kittle numbers.
You want to shit your pants? Pull up Kittle's numbers.
I know Tony always doing shit. Like, because he had to
what exactly
trying to let us know. Just look at the same. He got his contract worse.
George Kittle's the same age as Eric. Wait, he's older than Eric Armstead? No. Hold on. 28 years old, 199 days. Eric Armstead is younger than George Kittle. 28 years old, 162 days. Wow. And they got 2 more years out of Eric Armstead. That's, first of all, my mind is blown. I didn't realize Kittle was that old. He came in the league 2 years after Eric Armstead, and he's older than him. All right, so what do you want to know about his contract, Tony? I'll tell you.
What's his next year number?
2023?
It's probably 2023.
Dead cap is, I'm going to say 2022, just to round up, is 21.7999. So let's just call that 22. But his cap hit is 18 million. So that's not an out year. Now here's your out year in 2024. It's 10.7. So let's just call it 11, as opposed to his cap hit being 20 million.
20?
Yeah, his cap hit is 20 million. 20.
So you're stuck with him for 2 years. If you didn't restructure him, you would have been out. You would have been able to get out the last year.
I don't think they want to get away from George Kittle, if I'm being completely honest. I think they just want to.
No, what I'm just saying, it's flexibility. Like, right? It's not saying we're definitely going to get out, but it's flexibility. So if you're at that point where you need to extend him, or like,
you talking about Kittle now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because he's going to be what, 31, 2, 30? He'll be 32.
So the year of his real out is 2024. He'll be 31, turning 32.
Kittle's going to be a Niner for life, though. He'll be here till he's. How old was Greg Olsen to when he decided to call it quits?
You should be asking how old was. Well, never mind, because Tony Gonzalez is way more healthy than George Kittle. Kittle's going to hang it up earlier than Tony Gonzalez.
Yeah, he plays a different style of football.
But Greg Olsen played for mad long also, though. I forgot. You talking about the Panthers, Greg Olsen?
I forgot about the Chicago Greg Olsen, bro.
Yeah, shit. I'm thinking Panthers Greg Olsen. He had a whole other career.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, my God.
But that's crazy how guys go to different teams and still like.
Yeah, as long as teams use these players the right way, they can get some extension, some extra life out of these guys. And Greg Olsen battled injuries, but when he was out there, like Kittle, he was productive. You know what I mean? So there's a price on that, and we have to. Myself, I'm going to say me. I have to stop looking at the dollar amount versus the percentage of the cap, because I'm willing to bet that what a guy like Jerry Rice was getting paid with the Niners, that percentage of the salary cap is probably very similar to what a guy like Deebo was asking for. We're sitting here saying, "Oh my God, he wants $30 million," but the cap was nowhere near what it was now.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So I just think that the percentage game is how the Niners are looking at it. And you got 52 guys on the team, 51 count against your cap. The rest of them don't, right?
Top 51.
Right. So what you got to look at is what percentage of those are counting against the cap. And I think the Niners are going to be fine. I really, really do. I think we're going to be fine. So that's
the issue with Deebo. The issue with Deebo's contract is 100% language.
Oh yes, that's
by the way, I heard y'all say that it was scary. I'm all for a fully guaranteed contract for players.
I'm all for it too.
I am all for it. People think I don't like these guys. That's not it. I'm a Niners fan. Don't get me wrong, but the players be getting raked over the coat. They have no say.
None.
Bro, you know that the Titans cut Chris Johnson in the year that he had 14 touchdowns and 1,400 total or 1,700 total yards. They said he had a down year. We're going to let him go. That was a down year. And they let him go that year. And then he ended up going to Arizona or some shit like that, right?
And he was trash.
Come on, bro. But what I'm saying is
no, I know.
That's not a down year. You don't get rid of a guy that's putting those numbers up for your franchise.
The teams have full control over these players, and we need to stop taking the team. These players are out there trying to secure not just their bag, their motherfucking future.
And I'm going to say this about Deebo.
I'm telling people saying I'm getting emotional about. No, I want him to be secure. Like, wouldn't you want to be secure? I would want to be secure.
Yeah, absolutely. That's all of us want in life. We want some kind of security. Sharon Bams, thanks for the super chat. He says, "What do you guys think made Deebo go sour on the Niners?" I don't think he's sour on the Niners.
I don't think he's sour either.
I'm going to say something I haven't said yet. If you had to choose between Deebo and Bosa, Wayne, we went over this, but I'm going to ask you again. If you could only have one, and I don't think this is what's happening, but I'm going to do this here and I'm going to go somewhere. If you could only have one, Deebo or Bosa.
You already asked me. Ask Tony.
Right. No, but there's more people watching now. So
I don't care about that. Ask Tony.
All right, Tony,
No,
if you
I
had
do
to
care.
choose between Deebo or Bosa, which one are you choosing? If you could only have one.
I would go with Bosa.
You would go with Bosa. I said the same thing. Wayne, you want to stay mums? You gonna lock it up? You don't want to answer?
No, hell no, because they know my answer. I'm choosing Deebo.
Okay, but here's the point, though. Right, pass rushers are the harder talent to find than the wide receivers. Right now, Deebo is different in this system. He is the offensive weapon. Right, so I get that. I understand why you choose Deebo here. If I asked you, do you want a wide receiver or a pass rusher?
I would say a pass rusher.
You would say a pass rusher, but
yes.
Deebo is a little bit different. So I completely understand why you said that. So y'all don't kill my man. I completely understand why you said that. With that being said, I don't think Deebo soured on this team. I think Deebo knows
he's not.
I got to make sure I get some money because I know for a fact they're going to pay Bosa. Bosa is mummed the word. No one has said shit about Bosa, also largely in part because the Niners have the fifth round option. The fifth-year option, all that stuff that they know he's going to take and everything. You know what I'm saying? But he's got Deebo don't have that first round fifth year option. You know what I'm saying? He don't have that. So he's got to go out here and do this right now. And he's got to make sure that the team says, hey, we want you to, not or Bosa, because he's going to lose the or Bosa battle every time. We know John Lynch. We know the philosophy of this team. They build in the trenches and then they work their way out. We know that's the philosophy of this team. So he's going to lose that battle. So I don't think he's sour. I think this is just, again, public negotiation.
You preaching, brother.
All right. So I think it's time to turn the page. We talked about the positive stuff. Aziz, you said something, Wayne, that surprised me. I forgot all about Aziz's Tinder.
No, you didn't.
No, I really did forget about it. What's going on with my man? Is he unhappy? Like,
well, it's not like he. Okay, so a team has to make an offer, right?
Which they haven't.
Which let me all right. Just for those that don't understand how the restricted contracts work, a team has to make an offer, right? Which Mike said that they haven't. But let's just say if a team did, so then the 49ers have the right to say, you know what, I could pay him that offer. You know what I'm saying? And then they can match the contract and whatever. Or the team can say, I'll tell you what, we want him. We'll give you the second round draft pick. And that's how it works. So that's the second round tender. So I like these high tenders. Wait a minute, Tony. You said Daniel Brunskill had a first round tender?
First refusal.
Okay. I'm about to say, damn, he was good. Yeah. So that's the way this situation is working. I do believe that he's going to sign the tender. And then after the season, he can no longer be a unrestricted free agent, right? I mean, a restricted free agent. This will be his fourth accrued season, right? So I think he probably should just rock out with the 49ers, do that 1 year joint with them, sign his tender, bang out, bet on himself, and go get that bag. Because he's gonna go get it. Who do you think is gonna be the best linebacker on the team next year? I'm gonna dip out at this. Is it gonna be Fred? Is it gonna be Azeez, or is it gonna be Greenlaw? There's no timeouts. If you call timeout, I'm leaving. If you call timeout,
I have to get clarity on your question.
I just want to know who's going to be the best.
What do you mean by best? Most tackles, most effective.
Mike, who's going to be the best linebacker on the team, man?
I can't answer
Overall, who's going to be the best linebacker on the team?
I think Greenlaw is going to bring the most heat. I think Greenlaw is the tone setter on that whole defense.
So you're choosing Greenlaw?
If that's what you mean by best.
I meant by who's going to be the best. Who's going to have the best season?
Bro, Fred Warner looked completely different in the postseason once Greenlaw came back.
I understand where you're going from, bro. I understand.
He ignited that linebacker.
I'm not going to take that way. He was the energy that Quan Alexander used to bring. I'm not gonna stunt up front, bro. I just want to know who's going to have the best season out of the three linebackers. I do know. All right, I'll tell you what. Who's going to lead the team?
I'll say Greenlaw. I'm just going to make a decision. I'm going to go with Greenlaw. Tony,
okay. What about you, Tony?
I'm going to go Fred Warner.
And I'm going to go with Azeez. Because Azeez
is motivated by. Go ahead. I'm gonna shut up.
Yeah, bro. You can't. But so is Dre. Dre's on his last year, bro. But these guys got to get contracts. Fred's the only one that secured the bag. Now, I'm gonna say this. This is no shot to Fred Warner because I'm gonna see him next week, and I don't want him to be like, "Yo, you was talking shit about me on Nothing but Niners." I'm gonna be like, "Yo,
air his ass out, Fred." When you see him, hey, yo, Fred. By the way, we twins. Everyone keeps saying I look like Fred Warner when I wear my hair with the out.
Okay.
Air his ass out, Fred.
Ray said Odom Burks.
I'm gonna text Fred tonight and be like, "Yo, Deebo, mad shit about you on the show, bro."
Yo, I ain't even talking, John. I'm just saying that I think that I've watched this kid Azeez. We've all watched him progress every season. We watched him struggle and become like almost the best coverage linebacker for the 49ers. And due to Greenlaw being injured, he stepped up his coverage game.
He did.
See what I'm saying? So I'm going to put my money on that kid and say he's only going to progress even more.
This kid had a lot of talent. Tony was all over him in the draft. You know, had it not been for injuries and stuff like that and all, you know, where he came from and everything, the talent was there. You had scouts on the team. Tony knows the story way better than I do. There were people that were really high on him. You got to get this kid. All right. So, all right, Wayne, man, thanks for jumping in here, man. I appreciate the time, man. Tell everybody where to find you. It's too. Hey,
man, Wayne Breezy, man. Y'all know what it is, man. Just Wayne Breezy. I got to get a shirt. It's just going to say Wayne Breezy, at Wayne Breezy. That's what I'm going to rock in LA for 4 days. At Wayne Breezy. I gotta figure out how to dress it up though. The first night, second night, I don't care. But first night, I'm gonna try to dress it up.
My man. Oh, I gotta send you some shoes. I saw.
Yeah. Send it to me, bro.
But see, all right, wait. Before I send them to you, do you care about brand or do you care about look?
I care about the brand.
Oh, okay, man.
The only reason why I care about the brand is because when I care about look, then the shit only look good the one time, and then the quality don't usually last on my feet. But brand. We'll talk about this. I got a show with Jesse right now, so I gotta jump on. Love y'all guys. Peace.
All right, Tony. Are you ready to do this mock draft, man? We gave him an hour and 10 minutes of solid conversation, man. Solid talk. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Now, guys, this is going to be Tony's mock draft where he gets to sit down and chill. Are you trading tonight?
I don't know. I gotta see.
You gotta see. Okay, so he don't even know if he's gonna do any trades. Okay,
I don't know. I gotta see what goes on.
I like it. Now, guys, I'm gonna tell you all what happened behind the scenes. Give you all a little bit of backstory. So Tony and I are talking, we rapping and everything, and we did the first mock draft for Nothing But Niners in the 2022 season on this site called First Pick. And Tony came on and just trashed my shit. Now, Tony wasn't the first person to trash it, okay? Wayne also trashed it. He was like, look at how prehistoric the website looks and da-da-da. Cool, I get it, right? But that was where I fell in love with Mock Draft Simulator. So that's why that website holds a special place in my heart, right?
That was the OG, man. It's the OG one.
It is. Come on, man. Like, an OG, real recognized, real. I ain't gonna say nothing else. So I'm sitting there. Wayne knocks it for the appearance and everything, but he liked the, look at the trade offers and all that stuff, and you could just do this and da-da-da-da-da. And we had fun. My man Tony said, and this is our resident GM, I gotta respect the GM. He was like, Mike, man, come on, bro. Look at this draft board. This is not real. That's all he kept saying to me over and over. This is not real. We talking on the phone after, the next day or whatever. He was like, Mike, man, that draft board was terrible. He just had to remind me just in case I forgot. So tonight, we will not be doing the mock draft on First Pick. Tony, you want to break down where we're doing it?
PFN, Pro Football Network.
That's right. All right, so we're going to bust out this screen share here. All right. Now, they have a lot of ads popping up, and maybe because I'm not logged in or anything like that. I don't know. I don't do it that often. You guys, let me know. Can you see this? Did it show up?
Yeah, but it's split right in the middle.
Yeah, no, I'm going to take I'm going to change the banner. I'm going to change the frame. Let's see if this frame works. If that frame is in the way, I will take it off. But we had it designed so that bump should show the screen share. Is it all right? Oh, so it's not blocking it, right?
No, you're good.
All right, perfect. Look at that, man. The guy who did our joint is good. That gold line is still seen at the top. So for the screen share, he measured everything out perfectly. All right, cool. All right, so we're gonna do the screen share here. You guys can see it. Let me get back to that screen so I can see it. We're gonna do number of rounds. We're gonna do all 7. We're gonna keep the speed on normal. Tony, you got to keep your eye on this because when you are ready to move up or back or see a run on players, you got to let me know. And I'm going to click and I'm going to keep it moving. All right. All right, here we go, guys. So this is going to be our mock draft 1.2. This is the second one. All right. Second one here. We're going to get busy here. You ready?
I'm telling you now, I'm not trading into the first round.
Of course not. Of course not.
Okay.
All right. Here we go. Let's draft. All right, Aiden Hutchinson. First guy off the board. I'm hearing that he may not be the first guy off the board, though. Panthers took Malik Willis as expected. We're just going to let the whole first round run.
Damn, a lot of quarterbacks.
Talk about not real. I hate that I can't see it unless I pause it. All right, here we go. Let's pause right here. We're about to be in a round 2. Before the Lions take the last pick in the first round, how many quarterbacks actually came off the board? So Malik came off at number 6. And then we saw Kenny Pickett go to Washington. Was that it?
No.
Wow, Corral. What? Come on, bro. All right, I'm going to shut up. But first pick was trash. Chris Olave, he went all the way to Green Bay. That's a good pick for them. That's a really, really good pick. And look at Kansas City, man. Oh, man, look at what they did. Our guy Brisker is gone. Is that a high? Is that high for Brisker?
Yeah, that's the one guy I was looking at.
Now look at 27, though. Look at why that happened.
Yeah.
Look at 27. Let me
see. That's the one guy I was looking at where if there was a potential stretch going 40s, late 40s, I would have paused it and tried to jump.
Hey, some really good safeties came off the board. That's why, though. Look at this. Kyle Hamilton was already gone. You got Daxton Hill somewhere down there. Where'd he go? Oh, right there. There you go.
Daxton Hill, I think, is a little.
That's a little high for him. All right. Lewis is right there. And then that forces them to go back to back with their wide receiver and their safety. So, All right, I'm going to hit play. We're going to let the round finish. Bong. Oh.
Told
Tony.
you he's a first round pick.
Nah, he's not a first. No, listen, this is why I stopped it right here. I knew you were going to say that. Guys, we have a wing bet. Tony is going to be with me on day 2 of the draft in person. We got the suite. We're gonna have the board set up on one side with a camera dedicated just to that board. So that's gonna be like our whole thing is gonna be the war room, but we got our draft board. We're gonna be moving and shaking as things come and go off the board. And Tony and I have a wing bet. All right, we're gonna bet some wings that our guy Christian Watson does not go in the first round. I still don't think he goes in the first round, but according to this one, he does. All right, Tony. You let me know when to pause because we don't want to go past where you might potentially want to trade up. All right.
Well, my 2 trade up guys are pretty much off the board, but go ahead.
Really? Okay. All right. Here we go.
My two main ones.
Oh, okay. All right.
Was Brisker and Watson.
I got you.
At the right spots.
Another quarterback.
Wow, this is going to happen on
I paused it. You're not looking to trade up from here, right? You're good?
No, and I know who's going to be on the board when we get on here. So go ahead, just go.
All right. We have a trade offer here.
Okay, let me see who's on the board real quick.
Do I have to accept or can I just click off?
Click off.
Okay. This is all.
That's fine. Just scroll down a little bit. All right. Go. What was the offer?
Let's see the trade offer. We're gonna go back 3 spots and pick number 116, which would be, what is that, 7 picks after our next one or something like that?
I'll take this trade.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so Tony has at least 3 guys that he likes at this pick. So that means that they're likely to be there. All right, here we go. We accepted the trade, and they took an edge guy. That's why they wanted to get ahead of us.
Okay. So we have what? 64, 262. I'm not taking it because I like the last pick in the draft.
So we're going to reject that?
Yeah. On the board right now, you have a tight end and Trey McBride. You have Pickens, who's a wide receiver from Georgia, 6'3" guy, 210, 205. Depends on what publication you're reading. Physical guy. Can make he high points the ball pretty well. He could run his route tree. You know, he could run routes, but he needs a little work. We'll say that. Scroll down a little bit, Mike. Okay. I think I'm the type of person, I do still think this team values edge. They love building the offensive line, offense and defensive lines. They love building it from inside out. But no, you can go back up. There's somebody right now, and I'm leaning a little bit towards McBride, but I think there's another player on this board that could come in and potentially compete for a role in his defense, and that's Nick Cross. Nick Cross is a former track star, I think he's 6'1". And again, I'm doing this off the top of my head.
I got it right here. Just tell me to click him. It pulls it all up. 6 even, 222, RAS score of 9.87. Very high.
Yeah, so he's a former track star. He's 6 foot 212. He tested very well at the combine. Unfortunately, his game speed doesn't match on the eye his 40 time. He ran, I think, a 4.35 at the combine.
But that just means that his processor, he's overthinking.
That's but there are some plays where he took a couple questionable angles. but there are some plays where he stood out and makes some a nice break on a ball. And I think the Niners want to try to change their theory in the back end of this defense rather than play the bend but don't break look theory. So with that being said, and Jimmy Ward is technically a free agent in 2023, he could potentially slide over to the free safety role if they can't sign Jimmy Ward, but it still gives you scheme versatility between Ward and Cross. Not saying he's going to come in and start day one. He will compete. He will play in packages. I know he drafted Hufanga, but if Hufanga had better speed, he potentially would start a strong safety. I do think Cross would come in and compete to get a chance to start a strong safety. So, yeah, I'm going to go with Cross here at 64. We traded down 3 slots, picked up another 4th rounder. So the value is, I like the value. So I'm going to go with Cross right here.
All right. Bong. There it is. Okay, here we go. Round 3.
Pause it 1 sec.
Fuck.
Can you
I
see
tried
it?
to.
Just go to the best available. Just scroll down a little bit. Keep going. Okay. You can go back up to the top. What is our next pick? The 90s?
93, sir.
Okay. All right, you can go back up and let it run a little bit.
Nick Benito just came off the board. Kobe Bryant came off the board.
Oh God, this is gonna come right down.
All right, that's why I paused it here. Give you a chance to think here. Now we're 4 picks away technically. Move up to 93 to 90 if you want to, or something like that. Now these say, does this mean like you can trade with them? You can't trade with this team?
No, that someone traded up already for that.
These are traded moves.
Yeah, those are traded. No, just let it run. Go ahead. I'll take the risk.
You can let it run the 93.
Yeah. Oh God. You fuck. All right.
What the hell?
No, just delete that. That's
Look
that.
at this
Hit next,
offer.
actually.
What is this?
Just hit next, please. Don't even entertain that.
Okay, back down 3 picks, but you get a next year. So
No,
you're losing your last pick again.
Available. All right, scroll up.
Just let me see something real quick. This is another guy, but look at how low that is right there. That's
his score. Yeah.
Oh,
I'm gonna go.
I'm trying to.
When's our next pick after 93, Mike? Could you?
I think it's 106, 105, 105.
Okay. I'm going to go Cam Jurgens here, the center from Nebraska. Secure him to be the future center of the Niners. Listen, Joe Staley's been working with this guy, talking him up. You know, he likes what he sees. He's very, 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 very athletic, can get out to the second level. His pass protection is pretty solid. His run blocking, like I just said, he can get to the second level. Seal off the backside linebacker, and something that's very big in his own scheme. The one downside to him is experience. Clearly, there's other centers in this draft that have more starts than him, and he's a little undersized, coming in at 6.
They have him listed as a tackle. You said center.
Who?
Oh shit! I clicked on the wrong person. Never mind. I thought I clicked on.
No. Whoa. What'd you do? No, we're good.
I'm just clicking on Jurgens. I was pulling up his profile while you're talking.
They're listing him as 6'2", 303. I read some reports 6'3". I read some reports 6'1". So the 6'2", 303, I like it. I roll with it, but he absolutely, Joe Staley raved raved about this kid, and it says a lot. So the 49ers just drafted potentially the center of the future, and potentially as an emergency, he might be able to slide in the guard.
Ready to roll?
Just do me one favor. Can we just look at the board real quick before you hit it?
Mm-hmm.
Just scroll down a little bit. Go ahead, a little more. All right, you can let it run.
All right.
You can let it run.
There's some good wide receivers out there still. Oh, there he goes.
$105, 137, 148. Our next pick is what? Just back out of the screen 1 second.
That's the one that we just got from Denver, I believe.
Yeah. Yeah. Can we look at, let's go with defensive ends.
I don't think you can do. Oh, well, here we go.
Edge right there.
All right, I'm sorry. Here we go.
You're good. Okay. Can we look at wide receivers?
This guy right here.
Whew. Speed, yeah, very fast.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That's another sleeper for later on.
Okay. All right.
I'm gonna go.
What other position would you want me to go back to all or what?
Yeah, go back to all. Let's look at that trade offer one more time because I'm gonna go from 105.
105 to 116. So don't worry, like you're gonna pick up 3, but 105 to 116 would be our next pick. And then after 116, we're gonna go to 137. And then I think we have one in between 137 and 148. Yeah, 134. So we'd be on the clock before what they gave us. 134. And then we go down to 172.
All right, I'm gonna stand pat. I'm gonna take
so we're rejecting this.
Yeah, let's reject it because I don't want $1 million. I don't want $1 million and 1 draft picks. I'm gonna take Shakur and the kid from Boise State.
Another 5'11" wide receiver, sticking with the Kyle Shanahan mold of what he sees in these guys. All right, we're coming up. We're going to have one trade offer here. No, we don't. Nobody's calling.
All right, let's look at the that's all the way to the top.
Yes, sir.
All right, scroll down a little bit.
You see that RAS score?
Mm-hmm. All right, I'm gonna go up to the top one more time, all the way up.
Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up.
This is a tough one.
Mm-hmm.
This is a tough one because there's a couple good players on this board right now. Number one, so far we addressed the safety, the center, and a wide receiver. another weapon for Trey Lance.
Basically, all of our needs are done outside of getting some edge help, I guess, right?
Yeah,
So what it feels
Cook.
like.
Cook, I think, is a phenomenal running back. Will be dangerous in this offense. I'm also a very, very big fan of Brian Robinson from Alabama and Pierce from Florida.
This is the running back that I think the Niners could use right here.
Haskins is good as well.
Fucking.
But what I like about Robinson is he's bigger, he's physical, he can pass protect out of the backfield. He could and he runs. He can get outside, he can run between the tackles. And could we see a potentially a shift in this offense with more running between the tackles with Anthony Lynn here, going with the bigger guards? Right now, penciled in is at guard is Moore and Banks. So
right now, yes. And Brunskill back in that mix now that you drafted a center, just so you know.
Yeah. Right now, I mean, I wish I had a trade offer right now because I would love to get out of this slot because there is a lot still here.
Are we allowed to propose a trade with someone else?
Yeah, I could trade back. Yeah.
You want to try that?
Do me a favor. Just go to all one more time.
Yeah, no problem. Let me close this. Let's cancel. Go to all.
You know what? I'm usually I don't like doing this, especially with what we invested in Mitchell, Sermon. We have Hasty. Did we have another running back this year anywhere? No.
Those are the only 4 on the roster right now. We have Mitchell, Sermon, Hasty, and
I'm gonna. You know what, Mike? Screw it. Let's draft Cook here.
Let's go, baby.
Let's draft Cook here and give another weapon.
Fucking right, we do. The offense is what needs a boost, guys. It's not in my opinion. The offense was needs a boost. So I like that. All right. Let me know. You want to pause it real quick?
No, just slow.
This guy right here. Oof. All right, here we go.
Go to all. Oof.
This is
going down a little bit.
My guy right here. I posted about this guy online, and then the next day or 2 days later, his RAS score came out being perfect, the highest of any tight end in the history of doing it. Just so you guys know. All right, I'm gonna keep scrolling down though.
Still a little too high.
He's still here. Would the Niners take 2 safeties? I mean, two wide receivers in this draft? We've done it pretty much every year for the last 3 years, man. We've taken a couple of safeties. Like Kyle likes to double up. Things didn't work out with Hurd. You know what I mean? I understand that. But you got. Well, let me shut up.
All right. So the top available player is Kennard. I'm not a fan of Kennard. I know people are like. There's a lot of fans of Kennard. Bigger tackle. I'm just not 100% sold on him. You have Marquise Hayes there, who's a big physical guard. I would love to see him. You know, he could bring that nastiness like Trent Williams offers. He plays with a mean streak. Dominique Robinson's a nice underrated pass rusher. He's a little raw right now. More bigger, full 4 down end. 3 down end, I should say, 6'5". I think he's 270.
Now we're not on the board for about 40 picks, just so you know. After this, it's 38. We're not on the board for full round worth of picks at this point.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you propose a trade back if there's no one that like you're like jumping off to you or what. I'm just putting that out there.
What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to look at there's a tight end here, like you just mentioned. Callie, stop, bro. Stop. Oh, I swear, Callie, I think you're in my head, bro. Like you're like here. This guy, that is bad. This is tough. This is a tough move. Shit. Fortner's there. He could play guard. Keep going a little bit more.
I thought this is where you were gonna go, but later in the draft. I'll be honest.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I like him, but he's falling because of his testing.
Yeah, but
I mean, if you watch him, he's not a bad ball player, but I just think Juergens might be the better fit because of his agility and his to be able to get out to that second level clean and lead that. I mean, Nebraska pulled him as a center, and he would lead like backs down the field. So
right. Which is impressive. That's really well. Never mind. Let me shut up. Go ahead.
So do me a favor. Let's scroll up all the way to the top.
That's it.
I don't want to. You know what? We'll click Woods 1 sec, Mike.
Click who? Oh,
Woods, the tight end.
Bro, this is our red zone target, and I mean, oh man, I love this kid. This is one of my.
I don't see the rest of his comments.
While he's an obvious red zone target, Woods put these advantages to use elsewhere. He's particularly adept at plucking the ball out of the air and securing it in traffic across the middle of the field. Trying to force an incompletion by simply hitting him hard is pointless. You're more likely to bounce off his 269-pound frame than see the ball bounce on the turf. This physicality is also the main component of any after-the-catch threat.
All right, you know what? Screw it. Take him.
Let's go. Ooh, I love
it. And let it run because now I got to do something.
I love when one of my draft crushes gets on. All right, let it run. Are you walking away? You leaving? Oh, okay. You said you had to do something. I didn't know if I need to pause it or what. Okay.
No, I gotta. I'm gonna do something.
That was one of my guys. He was one of my top.
What's our next pick?
All right, 173, bro. We're going for a while. 172. My bad.
Oh, don't do that. Don't do that.
Sorry.
No, pause it.
Edge. There's starting to be a run on edge here. Michael Clemens, Alex Wright.
We're 172.
172. Yes, sir.
Fuck.
We're 10 picks away right now.
Let me see the best available.
This is it.
Just scroll down a little bit.
This is who you want right here. This is who you want.
Come on with this guy, the punter. Get out of here.
You get rid of 2 with 1, man. I'm just telling you.
Not now.
All right. Okay.
All right.
Wow, look how bad his roof. Okay, sorry.
Let's get a. This is the worst trade situation ever, but whatever.
Who do you want to try to trade with? I'm just curious.
This guy, bulky, with Jacksonville. Let's get a trade. Let's get Jacksonville. Next. This is pick 162. We'll give him 172. I'm going to give him 220.
220, okay.
And a 6 next year.
That's a lot.
And in return, I want their 7th. Actually, you know what?
Next year, 7th?
You know what? Yeah, that's fine.
220, okay. I didn't know if you meant 222 or, they got these two so close. Like we would be swapping 220 to 222. So it's like it's only a 2-position thing. That's why I didn't know.
Yeah, you could throw. You know what? Put 222 in there. See, I don't think it'll go, and give me their 7th too.
They're not going to do that. They're moving down 10 for nothing to move up.
So
We'll try.
take 222 off because I'm giving them a sixth.
They're going to be picking 20, 19, 20, and 22. That's pretty dope. You want to try it?
Yeah.
I think they take this because I think they're getting a lot. Yeah, I think they take that. I think we gave up a lot for that.
Take D'Angelo Malone. He's a defensive end. All right, this guy is your speed guy. Granted,
so I click his name. Go ahead.
We just signed Toure. We have Ebukam, who's a free agent next year. All our defensive ends minus. Now, when I say defensive ends, not Armstead, all our defensive ends are all free agents next year, other than Bosa. So we're going to need to add a piece, right? So with this, you're adding a speed piece who can contribute this year. Who can? There's no guarantee. He can make the 53 and contribute. All right. This team loves pass rush. They love the defensive line. And, this is just a smart investment. The guy, he's 6'3", 243. He looks a little lanky, but the guy has he explodes off the ball. His hands are nowhere near as Bosa, but he can use them. He does have alternate moves rather than just bending and trying to get around the edge. He will try a bull rush. He will try a swim. So, I seen him at the Senior Bowl. I watched him with a couple reps. He held his own. He did get pressure in the one-on-one. He won a couple of them. And he runs hot. He has a hot motor, and he will chase, like it says on the bottom. He will chase down. So that's something you want. So
he's a threat to bat the ball down. He keeps his eyes on the quarterback. He knows, and I'm not going to get there in time. And if you're looking that way as a quarterback, he's going to get his hands up. He's going to get those hands up every single time. If he knows he's out of the play and you're looking over his head, good luck.
Yeah.
Good luck.
So go ahead, run him.
All right. Now our next pick, just so you know, is 187. All right. So we're
let it run through. I'm not making another trade.
I'm just letting you know.
I'll let the board. I'll go off the board now.
Come to us. Okay. While this is running, let me ask you a question. Over under on 4 trades for the 49ers during the draft. Actually, let me make it 4.5. Oh my God. Ariza just went
under.
Under 4 trades this draft.
Yeah. No, under. You said 4.5. I'd say 4.
Oh man. That's interesting. Okay.
All right. Let me see the best available.
This is it right here.
Where's the top? All right. The top. Okay.
Excuse me.
Oh shit, man. Oh man, this sucks. When's my next pick? Just click the logo, Mike. So 221. All right, you can close that. Do me a favor, just go to corners real quick.
I thought the Jaguars had 219 and 221. Didn't I say that out loud?
Yeah. They might have traded it.
Yeah, but not to us. We got 221 now. That's what I don't understand. Remember I said they're going to have – oh, that was if we sent it to them.
Yeah, if we sent it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. You're right.
It's funny you just clicked that because that's somebody I have my eye on.
No, this is someone that I've been quietly crushing on for the late.
He's not bad, this kid, but all right, go to best available. All. I'm sorry.
Oh shit! I hit you. My bad. That's my fault. Yeah. I clicked the wrong thing.
All right, I'm gonna go. Damn, I want both these guys. Scroll down a little bit.
With what you said about only one edge guy being on the roster going forward, you don't think the Niners double up on that position during this draft? I mean, I know you have a plan for Mr. I know you have a plan for Mr. Irrelevant, but I'm just wondering.
I think they could, but I think it'll be like this. The second guy I would have doubled up with was taken already. So,
I can't help it. I'm just looking. All right.
I like. Damn, he's still there. I'm gonna go. Oh man,
If this kid gets in the right team, never mind. Let me shut up. He's gonna be good.
I'm gonna go.
This is my guy right here. Also, this guy is a freaking freak. But go ahead.
That's my guy. I said that once I saw him at the Senior Bowl, it was a wrap.
Yeah,
I watched him at Rutgers a couple of times.
Rutgers has a couple of really nice guys. The running back, a wide receiver, yeah, and they have a tight end too. Believe it or not, that I thought was pretty good. But all right, I'm listening.
I'm gonna go. Fuck. I think I'm making a mistake by passing on this guy, but I'm gonna go Max. Oh man. Shit.
Are you trying to replace Mike McGlinchey? We went defense, offense, defense. What does Tony do now with only 3 picks left in this draft?
This is tough, man. Both these guys are good.
Let's go, man. They're liking you so far, man. Look at this. They're liking it.
I'm gonna go.
Let's go.
Oh man.
You said there's 2 guys you like here, right?
I like Max Mitchell and Donovan West.
What if we do this? What if we try to propose a trade down with one of these Viking picks? They pick back-to-back here. It won't take much. I think you can get it for a future. I don't think you need to involve anything in this year's. Oh, wait, it doesn't help us then, does it? Because we lose 187. We don't gain anything by doing that.
Pull up the Vikings real quick. I want to see something. They'll never go for it. Actually, I could probably get them to go for it, but
the Vikings have 191 and 192 plus 250. If we offer 187, I'm listening to you. You tell me what to do. I'm just thinking about it.
No, 7th won't do it. A 7th won't do it. I could probably offer them a 3rd round pick right now and get 91 and 92.
And keep 187?
Yep.
And you think just that will do it?
I think it would.
You want to try it?
Good.
And keep 187.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Tony's going to get his guys. Let's go. All right. The question is, which one do you go with first, though?
I'm going to go. I'm probably not going to get my guys.
You got to look here. An offensive tackle went back-to-back, 2 picks before.
I'm going to go with Mitchell first.
Yeah.
Max Mitchell.
Okay.
And the reason why I went with Mitchell, go ahead, you can let it go. If they get taken, they get taken. We're just playing today. All right, let's take West.
You got him. Yeah, you got him.
And scroll down. Not that fast.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Right.
Ready?
Right. Yeah.
I can't believe the Vikings gave a back-to-backs. But then again, a 3rd round pick next year is really good, though. So. You want to see what we've taken so far? You want to recap?
Yeah, let me see that real quick.
Because we've taken basically a whole new offensive line. We got a center here. We got an offensive tackle. We got a guard there. I mean, and then skill positions, we've only added wide receiver, running back, and tight end. We have 1 corner. Did we take corner? We have not taken corner yet. Look at Tony not taking a corner so far.
Let's go to corners.
Okay, I see.
I'm going to reach right now for a corner.
I'm not. No. Don't do it. Don't reach.
No, I'm gonna tell you what. I like Lucas.
We got
I
3 more
like
picks.
Lucas, right? But I think Lucas is what he is right now. I don't think you're going to get much more out of Lucas. Now, the guy you highlighted before, Watson, I like.
This is my guy. Yeah,
I like him.
I really, really like this guy.
The only thing is his 40 time. He didn't time well. But if they follow what they're doing and their changes, you're adding a press man corner in Travarius West. Manuel Mosley's a free agent after this year. Ambry Thomas is still under contract. I'm gonna take this kid here.
Now, if you're looking at Watson right here, right? He had a 4.5, 4.51 40. Did 18 on the bench. This kid only weighs 197 pounds.
Yeah. I'm going to take him because I think he has a little bit higher of a ceiling.
You're going to take Watson now?
Yeah.
All right, guys. We don't get the Christian, but we get a Watson, baby.
It's a little high, but I'm going to take him right now.
Okay.
You do?
All right. There we go. Tonight's flavor on the hookah, guys, in case you were wondering, because I know you all were.
Bo Melton just went right off the board.
Look who just went off the board. This is are you against taking the quarterback in this draft class?
No.
No? Oh, that's interesting.
I think they need to.
I do too. I don't
know if they're going to draft
or pick up an undrafted free agent. I get what you're saying. All right, we got the last pick of the 6th round here. We also have the last pick of the 7th round, and there's one more in between, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, no. Last pick of the 6th and last pick of the 7th. That's it.
Let's go best available.
All right, let's see what everyone's out there. Let's go to Wall. This is a tight end whose name I keep seeing people, but look at what the hell happened here. Now, I want to show you. Can I show you a tight end really quick? I know we already got one, right? This kid is 6'8". Let me find him. He's not going to be on anyone's draft board. He's probably going to be an undrafted free agent. And this guy right here. This guy right here, Tony, he's always injured. But if he can get into a professional system and get like professional help as far as healing and learning his body and everything, they have him here 6'7". He's 6'8". This guy is a freaking monster. I'm not telling you to pick him or anything. I'm just saying we got 2 picks left. I just
go to wide receiver.
Yes, sir.
Keep going. All right, go to the best available again.
I saw our guy from Rutgers.
Okay, you can keep going. There really isn't
no, there's no game changers here. So what you're doing now, this is when the Niners start going crazy over their this here. Guys who just athletically tested out really well. This is when the Niners start looking at guys who have high 3 cones or whatever. This is when the Niners go out there. This is how you end up with a guy like Adrian Colbert. You know what I'm saying? Like this is when the Niners started to do things like that. They considered Matt.
All right, you know what? Stop right there. I'm going to take a space-eating defensive tackle. Noah Ellis.
That's a big dude. That's a big guy.
I'm going to take him.
I'm not mad at that. That's a big man right there.
And our last pick, let's go back to the wide receivers. Just stop it. Oh, shit. Scroll up.
Which side?
Scroll up.
Here?
How many more picks do we have?
One more, Mr. Irrelevant. That's it.
Oh
We're
God,
at 262.
Oh man, fuck it. Let's trade with Green Bay.
Who the hell is Tony looking at that he doesn't think is going to be there now? Now, are we giving him a future set? Are we going to try to keep Mr. Irrelevant?
No, you could give them. See if two. I don't
You
want
got to look at how many picks they have left. By the way, they might just take 262 for 249.
No, you have to give them a future.
All right.
I don't know if a 7 is good enough to get.
If they reject it, can you make another offer or no on the site?
You would have to pause it.
No, I'm saying like
no. You would have to pause it and then go to the next team.
Pause again. Okay, I see what you're saying. Try it again.
So just try just for shits and giggles. Try San Francisco's 7th for 249. I doubt they take it.
Just straight up.
Straight up. Yeah, I don't know. I knew that was going to happen.
What just
you do? You just deleted everything.
No fucking way. How? How?
Oh man, Mike.
Can I hit
I
back?
I was gonna take Polk from
Can I hit back?
Mississippi State.
What happens if I hit back?
Try hitting the back arrow.
No.
Yeah, you just lost it.
But what did I click? I didn't click anything.
You hit something. I don't know what it was. I didn't see you hit something, but something.
Oh my God. I was really liking this draft.
I'm not going again.
Oh man.
No way.
What the hell happened?
I was going to take the kid Polk from Mississippi State. He transferred from, I want to say Cal. I think it was Cal to Mississippi State, and he actually went out and set a Mississippi State receiving record in his last season there. First SEC competition.
Yeah.
Someone that caught my eye. And that would have been the final pick. So who did I take? Cross, Juergens. I don't even remember. Cross, Juergens. I think the tight end Woods, right? I can't hear you.
So yeah, you took Jelani Woods there. Then you went with wide receiver, if I'm not mistaken.
Shakir, yeah, from Boise.
Then after wide receiver, I think you went.
That's where Woods went.
Damn, man. I'm sorry, guys. That's on me. I don't
even know. Malone.
You're getting solid draft, though. What did you guys think of the draft? If you guys were here for it.
James Cook.
Yeah, Cook. You took what was the center's name that you took?
Juergens.
Like you said, Juergens already.
I took Juergens. I took Cross, Juergens, Sloppy Dick, and just put it Shakir, Cook, the tight end Woods. Then I think we took Malone. After Malone, we did Mitchell from Louisiana Lafayette. Then
Watson, yeah.
Then the corner Watson. Who else?
Moved up and down the board. I mean, look, the Niners, again, guys, they put themselves in position to go BPA here. And that's exactly what this draft was. We weren't ever stressed out like, we got to get this guy. We got to get this position. I thought it was a really good draft. And, damn, I really wanted to see. Do they give you a grade at the end of that draft?
No, this one, no.
Oh, okay. All right. That's good, man. That was a lot of fun, man. I'm sorry that I ruined it there, guys. We're coming up on 2 hours here, man. Tony, if there was one thing you could have changed about your draft other than it not finishing, what would you have changed about the draft? You think you would have gone wide receiver a little earlier or no?
Well, it all depends on how it fell, how the board falls, right? Like if there's you can't predict runs. It's so like people say, oh, I have like when we do the draft board, we're gonna put the numbers and rankings and stuff like that, and then there's gonna be a run on a position. So now you have a third round ranking on a guy, but because 5 position players at the same position as your guy, you have a third round grade on, is now gone in the early part of the second round, and you're sitting at 61. Now that third round guy becomes a second round guy because the run on the position. So it's listen, it all it's a crapshoot. It all goes by the run and the position, the demand on positional need for other teams, and it's tough to do. It's tough to predict. It's tough to figure out, and we're just trying to we're having fun with it, and we're trying to figure it out ourselves. So that's it's tough. It's tough to try to say. And if I did another one right now, I would do this because we could do another one right now, and Nick Cross could be off the board.
Do you want to do one? Do you want to do one more with just no trades and run through it real quick?
Go ahead, just go full speed though. Like go fast.
Go fast? Yeah, with no trades, we'll go fast. All right. I'm so sorry, guys. What was it? PFN? I'm so sorry. I can't believe I did that, man. All right, we're going to do 7 rounds for the 49ers. I can't believe I did that, man. I'm so sorry, guys. We're going to set it to fast. Let's do the screen share. Let's bust that screen share down right now. Boom and boom. Share screen with a tab. Chrome tab. Mock simulator. All right, guys, you're getting some special stuff here, man. We're gonna do 2 of them real quick here. All right, we're on and we're running. Oh shit, it's going fast. God damn.
Nah, just delete it. Reject it. Who's on the board?
We got another one.
Wait a second.
Same offer that we accepted last time.
Wait a second. Does that say Tyler Lindenbaum?
He's right there. Tony, that's I'm gonna shut up, but
oh my God. You have to take him. You have to take him.
you don't think he'll be there when the Broncos? Well, all right.
No, because hold on. Let's see the teams real quick. No,
Kansas
because I'm
City's not
telling you right now, the Bengals will take him.
You think so? Okay.
I know so.
All right. Here we go. Boom. We're running, baby. We're running.
What do we got?
Sorry, I just got to go back to the first round and see if Watson went really quick. And I don't think he did. See, I'm getting wings. I'm getting wings. So wait, is Watson still on the board?
No way in hell. No.
Where'd he go? He didn't go in the first. Oh, there he. Did I just see his name?
He went to the Falcons.
Falcons. Yeah. All right. Okay.
Go to best available. That's the top.
Yep.
Take Vernon McKinley. Actually, you know what? Hold on.
You said
you took him?
I took him. Yeah, I took.
That's fine. That's fine.
Rejected or accepted?
Reject. No trades. That's the top.
It is.
All right, scroll down.
Here's our
What's our
guy.
next pick?
No,
just click our logo. Just click the logo.
130. Well, it's 134.
All right.
There's Shakir again.
Yeah, I'll take Shakir again.
You gonna take him now?
Yeah, I'll take him now.
I can't believe I messed that up. God, look at the Vikings coming in with a haul. You said no trades?
No trades. Scroll to the top.
All edge guys. Oh shit, we need a safety. O'Neal's right there.
Oh man, he scares me.
Oh wait. You took McKinley. I forgot.
I took McKinley, yeah, but I want to like O'Neal, but I just feel he's like your true typical box safety. Did I take an edge guy? No, right?
No, you didn't go edge yet. You went center, safety, and wide receiver.
All right. Scroll up real quick.
This is it.
That's up. All right, scroll down just slow. I'll take Fortner. Right there. Keep going down. Where the hell did you go? I can't see it. So there.
So you're gonna take it. You gonna take the center?
He could play guard too.
So you're going center and center / guard.
Yeah. Fuck it. I don't care. I'm trying to get this money really bad. And we just lost my edge.
2 picks before, man.
Scroll down.
Why is he still on the board? Sorry.
I can't even see. I get tired. I can't see shit. Click our logo. When's our next pick?
190. Oh no, 187.
All right, take. I'm gonna go Marcus Jones here. The corner, the nickel corner.
Where the hell is he now?
He's down a little bit. Right there. Is Tyreek Smith there?
Yep.
Right there. Take him.
How is your fast draft? Or we go back to back here? You want to see what we got so far?
Yeah, click that.
We got center, safety, receiver, offensive lineman, nickel, and edge.
All right, go to best available. I'll take the Watson kid again.
Back on us. And again, the last pick is going to be the last pick.
I can't see shit. Go to tight ends. Is it tight ends?
Yep.
No. Fucking take Bo Melon.
Yeah?
Yeah, screw it. I'm beat, bro.
All right, here we go. Mr. Irrelevant for your 2022 NFL draft.
Go to all. Take the defensive tackle. Noah Ellis, the big dude.
Humphrey? Oh, Noah Ellis. I was going to say. Boom. That's it. All right, man. I don't know why he fell so far in this draft. All right, guys, that's going to do it, man. Oh, man. I can't believe I messed that up, man. I apologize.
The previous one was better, but
yeah, no, the other one was way better. Way, way better. Oh, man. If Lindenbaum drops to 32, I'm seeing what it could cost for the Lions. Yeah, I mean, that was crazy. That was crazy. I couldn't believe it. All right, man. Let's stop the share. Thank you guys for rocking out with us, man. Tony, you know what time it is, man. End of the show. Final thoughts, bro. We did 1.95 of a draft. We almost got the 2 drafts in here. But you said who the last guy was. You said it was going to be Pope on the other one, right?
yeah, so it was a complete draft.
Yeah.
Just keep your eyes and ears peeled. It's the Deebo situation. If he's still on the roster past the draft, I think he's going to be a Niner going forward. Keep your eyes open for the Max situation, what they're going to do with the center spot. If he's going to retire or come back and play his last year of his deal. And just be careful what you read and hear with rumors and stuff as far as, people just putting things out for attention purposes and stuff like that, or false rumors. Just be mindful. Draft season's here. It's in full effect, and it's less than a week. It's about a week away. So you're going to hear some shit, but you just get ready. The draft's going to be interesting. It's a very deep draft, and it's good to have 9 picks, not including a first rounder, because now you could manipulate the board, move up and down in rounds 2 through 7, and fill out the roster. And you're gonna have to be successful with these rounds 2 through 7 picks now, because we're transitioning to a top-heavy roster where there's big contracts with big cap numbers. Good players are getting paid. It happens. It's the part of the system in the NFL, and you're gonna need these 5th, 6th, 4th, 3rd round picks, 7th round picks, undrafted free agents to make contributions to this roster and potentially get playing time. So you're going to need them to hit. So we'll see. We'll see how it turns out.
All right, man. My final thoughts are, if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready, baby. That's going to be it. All right, we're going to get up out of here. Thank you all for rocking out with us. I truly and sincerely appreciate every single one of you. All right, Tony, let's go home, man. Prepare for glory.
Anticipate pain.
But always
remain faithful.
We out of here, guys. 1.
We all gas, no brakes, pumped up, no fakes. We spinning, we winning, we high stakes. We never miss, we all makes. Look at us dudes trying to prove, bringing you news with nothing to lose. Mike, Nick, Tony, Wayne, Method Man, we bring the pain. Hey, see, I'ma confess it. We under the pressure. If you looking to find us, we them nothing but Niners. Niners. We nothing but Niners.
Hold up. Can't end the show just yet. I just saw a $30 super chat, and I will not let that go unread. I apologize. I was doing the mock simulator, so I didn't see it. Deshaun Page says, "What's up, Niner Empire? I heard a rumor Deebo Samuel wants a trade." Deshaun, we discussed that for the first hour of the show. So this is a 2-hour, 15-minute episode. Go back and listen. Start from the beginning. Tony and I did a deep dive. We bumped Wayne in on there, and we went back and broke it all down, and we shared a lot of in-depth thoughts there. And I will say this, during that conversation, I think we said some things that will open people's eyes. It is definitely worth listening to. And some left thoughts, some thoughts that, some thought-provoking opinions. So make sure you go back and take a listen to that. All right. So thank you for the contribution and the super chat. I really do appreciate it. Not going to let any super chat go unread. I want to thank you guys again for your loyal support, your time with us, and your patience. All right. And we're going to be out of here again. Breezy, take us home.
We all gas, no brakes, pumped up, no fakes. We spinning, we winning, we high stakes. We never miss, we all makes. Look at us dudes trying to prove, bringing you news with nothing to lose. Mike, Nick, Tony, Wayne, Method Man, we bring the pain. Hey, see, I'ma confess it. We under the pressure. If you looking to find us, we them nothing but Niners. Nothing but Niners. We nothing but Niners. We nothing but Niners. We nothing